So we had 3 races already. One was at Road America on March 25th. We had a race at Watkins Glen that happened on August 13th. And now September 17th, which is the race in Road Atlanta. Out of all the 3, I believe this is the hardest track to get down. So what we got going on right now is online race, which is awesome because these guys are extremely fast. Kyle from Sim TV, he's an amazing commentator. The live broadcast brings people together. They're excited about it. Their names get mentioned, and it's just a good atmosphere. We got a lot of guys that are fast here, but those guys online that are going right now, they're extremely fast. They're fixed. Everybody's running on the same setup, so everybody has similar times. It's gonna be tough to get into Group 1 today. There's some guys that didn't show up in the studio. Unfortunately, their seats are lost, which is better for us because there's going to be less guys in those races. We'll see what's going to happen. I'm kind of nervous, to be honest, right now because people are running 119, 120. And, you know, I had no practice. I was gone the whole week, and I didn't get enough practice or seat time for this track. But we'll see what's going to happen just for fun again. Hey, I'm not here to win. I'm just here to have fun with the guys. We'll see what's going on now.
One of my favorite things about Sim Racing Chicago is that all the rigs here are really well set up. There's a lot of sim racing lounges that the field of view is all wrong and the sims aren't really set up really well, but this is like a really premier facility. I've been talking about with everyone I know that you should come here and try these because they have full motion and the sims are like set up properly, and it really makes a difference when you're on the sim enjoying a premier experience with really well set up hardware, really well set up software, and using iRacing, which I think is certainly the best simulator for something like this. So you should definitely make it out to Sim Racing Chicago and check out some really nice high-end, properly set up simulators.
Doing now is we're making sure that all the car numbers are labeled properly with the sims, simply because our commentator, that's how he generates names. So we want to make sure he mentions the right name and the right car. So we're making sure that's going to happen. And then about 5 minutes, the practice session is going to be over. And we're going to have a 15-minute qualifier followed by a 20-minute race. This is going to be the fast group that's going first. Some guys have to leave, so we're trying to make everybody happy and make sure that everybody gets a chance to go. Good luck to everybody in this race. I'm in it. I wish I was in Group B because I knew I had a better chance, but hey, it is what it is. Christian over there got in Group B, luckily, by 1, so he's probably gonna win it.
Let's do this, baby!
This is my 3rd time coming for one of the races here. I love how professional everything's laid out, live commentator, everyone's a pretty good sport, no one's out here getting too crazy. It's a great time. Definitely enjoy the practice lap, and we'll see how the main event goes.
I feel pretty good about this event. My last race was a little bit iffy, but I got a good feeling about this one. I qualified with a 119.9, so hopefully that's enough for Group A, but if either way, I'm here to win it, bro. So let's do it.
Well, it's a game of numbers here at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. 10 drivers, 20 minutes, 16 laps. Hundreds of dollars on the line. Who's got it all? Who will win here at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta? Pace car pulls off, and it's car number 4, Anthony Stella, that will take us to the green flag. Here we go. 20 minutes on the board. Green flag flies, and we're racing at Road Atlanta. Good clean getaway. We're 3 wide on the run to turn number 1, but just the Porsche back out a little bit. Around the outside, Kamil Witowski tries to take the lead away in the Lamborghini. Here he comes, he's clear of the Porsche. And Witowski takes the top spot as we bounce over the curb here at turn number 3. Dicios being flanked on both sides. He's lost a position now. Actually, cycles his way back into 4th place, rather. It is Tyler Purdy in the Porsche that had him side by side, but had to bail. Dicios wide at 5. Here comes Purdy now, driver's left on the run to turn 6. He'll have to go the long way around if he wants it. He will take it away. Meanwhile, behind them, very tight between Stu Nelson and De Alvarez. They've sorted it out. Now the run up to Turn 10, looks like Pistios lost another spot now to Elvis Rusin, so he will drop in behind. All the while, Witkowski with an aggressive start, took the lead away, and now sprints from Anthony Stella in car number 4. Big braking zone here for the mid-engine Lamborghini. The Porsche up the inside. Huge lunge from Stella. He takes the lead away. What a move. All behind, Harris Papadinskis watches out the windshield as those front two try to drive away. That was a big lunge from Stella, but he was able to make it stick. And here comes Witkowski again, has a look up the inside at turn 1, but not able to commit this time. Right on board. Gathers it back up, but he'll drop a couple more tenths of a second. If he had any shot, Purdy, it is gone now. Anthony Stella in rig number 4 here at Sim Racing Chicago, looking for cash prizes, looking for payday here at Sim Racing Chicago. Through the last couple of corners, he is home free. Anthony Stella comes over turn number 12 at Road Atlanta, and the Peaches.
Second place, baby, not that bad.
Time to go racing one final time from Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. Green flag flies and we're racing in Brazelton, Georgia. And a crash already, one car, big impact to the back. It's Arthur Pitka in the wall on the start. Like green in the numbers for Caraton. Up the back straightaway now, trying to close the gap to Patrick Kowalkowski, who's ahead of him by 1.2 seconds, but the green looks like more than that, so he could leapfrog a positioner. And if the S's turn 5, accelerate through, set up for turn number 7. That will take you down the long back straightaway here at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta and get you set for the best passing opportunity down at turn number 2. Then up over 11, up over 12. That is a lap here at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. Fastest lap of anybody on the racetrack last time by. Sam Robbins just ran quickest lap of anybody in the field at a 1:19.34. There's something about the Gulf colors on a race car that just make it work, and especially so on this 296 GT. That pale blue with red-orange stripe on the nose that ran all the way to the rear. But this Ferrari just such a huge advance in chassis technology. The entire front assembly comes off of 4 bolts. Maybe not totally in the vein of what GT2 was intended to be. It's a little bit more like a prototype in that way. Turn 1, Robbins is hunting for every ounce of grip. He can find huge lunge into turn 3. Look how much ground he just made up. Nearly half a second in one corner. Really aggressive right now is Robbins, and Sam is right there at the exit. Oh, huge slide. He's pushing. The lead is down to 1.5 seconds, 1.4. So, final race of the day is complete. Here is a look at your race results.
So we got Tyler. Tyler, this was your first competition here, right? At Sim Racing Chicago. And Tyler placed 3rd right behind me. He was catching me towards the end. I was being really, really cautious on what I was doing. And he did phenomenal. He actually passed Harris, which is a fast driver here at Sim Racing Chicago. How do you feel about your first competition? Do you plan on joining more? And how was the race overall?
Well, the race was really good. I mean, I followed Harris most of the race. So, I mean, learning his driving style was an easy pass towards the end. But yeah, I'll definitely do more competitions later on and eventually pass you. If I had 2 more laps, you were done.
Yeah, if he had 2 more laps, the Porsche would be done. Well, thanks a lot for joining this competition. Hopefully next time you can take the Lambo out. No shot. Hey, so Anthony's the winner of Group A event. He was the fastest guy here. He actually had the fastest time in the qualifying and the practice sessions. That's what put him in Group A. And also he qualified first. I was the guy that placed 2nd. It was super hard to catch him. He was definitely outpacing me. A very strong driver. How do you feel about the race, Anthony?
It was pretty good. We actually had a great selection of A main drivers. Everybody really fought for their position through qualifying. And at that point, I mean, I knew all I had to do is kind of get out front and just stay pace. But like I said, those guys behind, it was just seconds behind, and one little slip up, it could have been a whole different race. So.
I saw you slowing down a little bit towards the end of the race. Were you just being cautious not to lose position at that point?
Absolutely. I got like a bunch of adrenaline going through my body, so I was just like, stay consistent, stay good, and if I hit grass though, it was game over.
I got you. Well, thanks a lot for coming. You did phenomenal, and I'm guessing those are your friends right behind Christian that are laughing like little girls and waving at you.
Just a bunch
of
fanboys.
Just a bunch of fanboys. Well, Christian, if you can get them on camera, there they are. There they are. This is the crew that thinks everything is funny. So we're here with the famous people in sim racing Chicago, Arthur and Wojtek. Wojtek, it was his first competition here, and Arthur did a few already, but today wasn't his best day. Tell us how you feel about this competition, and how did it go for you today?
I mean, it wasn't my day. It was raining outside, it was a little wet, but no, everybody did good, and everybody ran really good times, and it was a really clean race, so that's what mattered.
Definitely clean, definitely clean. Now, Wojtek, what do you think about the race? How did you like your first competition? Are you planning on competing in the next one?
Yeah, I'm planning on competing in the next one, but maybe a little bit more practice.
A little more practice. Well, Wojtek was doing really good in lap times and qualifying. It just he fell apart during the race, and I think he spun out in the first turn, right?
First lap, yeah.
First lap, and after that, like I said in the beginning, that's what happened to me. I qualified first in the last event, and I ended up last just because of a spin out. In a 20-minute race, you cannot catch somebody once you spin out and get wrecked in the back going uphill, right, Wojtek?
Exactly.
Thank you, Wojtek. Thomas, you always compete in our competitions. The last one was kind of rough because you got taken out on the final lap. How do you think you did this time, and how was the performance?
Well, the good news is I didn't spin out. Bad news is I ended up in 5th, which, it still isn't bad. Kind of wish I got the podium spots. My main issue was the last couple of turns, the turn 10, especially when I accidentally hit somebody, I gave him back the position. But after that, I was consistent. Even the guy that was in front of me spun out. So the main point of endurance race is being consistent. I may not have been the fastest, but I was the most consistent with that, so.
That sounds great, man. I think you did great. You're always in the middle of the grid or somewhere in the top. The next race is going to be an endurance race, so I wish you the best of luck, and I know you're probably going to compete.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. And hey, if you want to have just as fun and also experience the perfect amount of sim racing, come out here to Sim Racing Chicago, Algonquin, Illinois. We want to have fun with you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Tom.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Kyle, so what did you think about this event that we just had today?
Oh, it was so much fun. I always have a blast coming to Sim Racing Chicago, and the competition was really close. A little bit of drama also. It always makes things fun to watch, but super close racing, awesome to watch. Had a blast.
Thanks a lot for coming. Everybody that comes here enjoys you, man. They actually come here for you. They always ask us, hey, is Kyle going to be around from Sim TV? So make sure to check out Kyle on Sim TV. He's an awesome guy. Soon enough, we'll see him on F1 commentating.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right.
Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks a lot.